Thank you. Well, here's my rough cut. It's not quite the most up-to-date version, and there's no sound, but otherwise it's fairly close to completion.
Just a bit of shake, eh?
Nice.
That's it. It's fairly short.
Very good.
I like the little details of walking on the fire.
Yeah, great. I know the A600 as well.
I still think that laser should be longer. Yeah, do you actually see the laser coming from the ship? Do you actually see the laser coming from the ship?
You mean the...
No, I mean the one at the end. Do you know where we were talking about, like, that?
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the slightly more up-to-date version I've added a second laser, but I'd rather keep them short just because it fits with... Oops.
With where she gets that?
Yeah, where she gets zapped, it's a fairly short scene.
Yeah.
I'd rather have lots of little
sound
zaps.
effect you've got on it, the short and sweet. Yeah, it'd be quite nice, quite abrupt.
You know the camera shake? It looks like the actual screen is moving rather than the camera. If you put like a motion blur, which I did with Annabeth said to me, it makes it look like it's more of a vibration rather than camera shake. So if you add a blur, fast blur, motion blur, it makes
Wait, fast blur? How do you do a motion blur?
It's just fast blur. There's effect, blur and sharpen, there's motion blur and fast blur.
makes it look more like the recording camera shaking rather than the actual image is shaking.
It was a bit weird as well when the spaceship came over. It that you shook it as if like the place is vibrating, but people didn't react for like another 4 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds.
Which bit's that?
So it comes
It's
over.
playing in entirety, it's really nice that it's short.
This bit.
Don't have to get
Here.
rid of this thing. The water droplet.
So like it comes over and it's like shaking and bits falling off. So then but people aren't noticing it till
Oh yeah, you should like
sort of an hour.
Really, the one that
Yeah.
reacts as soon as you cut back.
There's there as well, it looks like the ship's gone backwards because it was the ship's further away from the building, and then when it cuts to the people and then goes back to it, it looks like it's behind again. If that makes sense. Comes over and then it's full on over the building, and then when you go back to it,
Yeah, you should.
it
Yeah.
looks like it's
Oh,
behind
I see.
the building.
Yeah, it would be about there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably there.
Yeah.
Right, so just jump to that.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can lose a good 4 seconds in terms of in this shot. So keep going forward, and I would stop. I would cut in there.
Or a bit further. Yeah.
Just as Steve sort of goes, oh, what's that? Or something.
Yeah.
Just cut into that.
And that can tighten up.
And then be right at foot.
Out of curiosity with the model, were you actually able to animate them? Parts underneath? Were you able to move those, or was that getting too bulky?
I just stayed clear of all that and I just animated the camera.
To be honest, that's the bit I think would really give it some threat. Because at the moment it's quite nice, it's got all these like legs, but as it's lowering down and coming more towards Lauren, it goes either opening up or closing, like claws.
It'd be nice just to see those sort of like just tweaking a bit like this, or so like sort of keeping itself steady by tweaking each finger or something like that, and sort of seeing the engines move. If you're just moving the camera.
Jet of steam coming out like it's jetting itself still. Do you know what I mean? So you could like out of one leg you get a little jet.
But the thing is, it's got these appendages, but they're still static. I mean, and that's not just Krypton. Apart from like probably Andres, most people got big ships, but not really much movement going on them. It's just a big object moving. It'd be nice if there's more internal movement to it. And if Freddie, he rigged it so it could do that anyway.
I didn't actually, well, to be honest with you, when I came down to animating, I didn't understand how, I didn't know how I was going to animate it, so I didn't actually rig it with any like skeleton.
Yeah.
So actually the actual spines itself and the engines were basically separate objects. Because if you're only moving the camera instead of actually moving the entire ship, all you have to do is actually just sort of rotate those and move those in and out. You don't really need it to
Set-driven keys would do that. It don't have to be like rigged.
Because it only starts, when you're getting into animation, it only starts becoming a problem when you have to move the entire object, plus having other tiny bits moving as well. So you have to sort of track. If they're not actually attached, because I haven't actually fully attached them with a skeleton, if they're not actually attached, then they're going to move off and go all over the place at the same time. But if the model's completely static, and you're just moving the camera around, then you can easily move all those things around because they're not things like that, basically.
Yeah. See, this is just why I do clear up animation entirely, because I don't think I understand it well enough to avoid issues like that.
You're only going to understand it if you try it.
Yeah, push a bit more. It'd be cool if they were like moving separately, like spider legs.
Yeah, it just kind of invites it.
It is looking a bit static.
Yeah, I think your ship as a whole is, because you're not really, because you've got a nice model, you're not really, you could do with, seeing different sides of it, because every time it comes onto the screen it's just like one, side that we see. Like, just go to the last scene, where the big, yeah, if it came in maybe from the right side and like made change path and like, like it's like dipping down and going towards it, so you see it from its left hand side and then it goes round, it's like on a motion path or something moving. So then you're really showing the 3D-ness of it off, rather than, because that looks like I said to you before, that could just be a still picture that you're making get smaller, moving it in After Effects. So like
coming all the way across and then back round.
Yeah, like
It could come out, like turn round and shoot out.
just maybe from here, come down and like go there. Do you know what I mean? You get smaller. Obviously, it's going to get smaller. Or it could come down from there and start making a right move from doing that. But you know what I mean? Though? Just so you'd see it on that side, and then when it comes down, you'd see it on that side. So you're seeing both sides of it in the same shot.
If you really wanted it,
I think the issue with it coming from the right is the kind of, I wanted it to sort of lead into the view of the mothership and the.
Or just swap
Well, I
that
tell you what
back
might be even nicer actually, to make even this more of a surprise. It's like Andrew's saying, trying to, because you've got really good assets. It's like making really good use of them. In terms of the space, we kind of know that the ship's here across the road, and we assume this is the same building.
It's coming from behind the building.
So why is it now behind the building? But if that was flipped and was starting actually kind of as like actually covering it up,
Yeah.
and it would kind of rotate it, and then as like Andrew says, go off and then fly and get smaller. It would reveal as a bigger mothership. You just get that additional little bit of surprise.
It'd be a nice cut as well if
Yeah.
the ship was taking up the entire screen and then kind of you zoom out.
Does that make sense?
It could be a better idea.
You've got time. Because you've done all this.
You're like you've got
just
all
re-rendering now.
to do that.
If anyone, you're at the right point in time. Okay. Any other critical things about scaling all the elements of shots and stuff?
Some of this I did tweak, things like Lauren pointed out the file on the far right, which is currently covered up in quite a big scene.
That one.
Yeah, so I scaled that down and pushed it a little further. I was adding in another one of these background ships and a few more lasers.
Or you
And a
could
horse
leave.
spoke.
You could always leave that one in and do another one.
Yeah.
A couple lasers.
Yeah, leave that one. Have a big one going.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, you can completely leave it and actually just add a second ship starting it and reveal them.
Or just add more. Just add another 10.
You're at the stage you can just add more and more.
And that laser that flicks on, if you blink, you miss it. Make it do it a couple times. So
Yeah.
it's zapping something like 3 people all at once or something.
Or the other
Like
ship.
that.
Because there's another one on the other side.
Yeah.
Maybe do that one afterwards.
Because I missed the laser first time, I must have
I
blinked
missed
or
it like 4
something.
times.
So get more lasers on there. More.
ships.
It's not related to that, but on the one where Lauren gets out, it feels like there should be something like in the ground after she's been zapped, like
I did try to do that, but it was very hard to get the perspective right.
Just a crowd.
Where's that shot?
there, it looks like it should have something in the ground, like it's
Can you do something yourself in Photoshop?
Yeah. Again, that was something I tried.
Yeah.
I mean, originally the beam was going to sort of hit low and burn through and then leave a mark on the ground.
Yeah.
It's just very difficult to get the perspective to line up with the various assets that...
You can do a 3D lay, you know, and After Effects.
I have no idea how to do that.
It's one button.
Yeah.
Just one button. Or Photoshop, perspective tool.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
Won't be back.
Just do it. So,
It's amazing voice. Oh, yes.
Can you imagine that?
Oh, God. Atlas and them, aren't
it's a second. Well, you know, if you found it was like the last brush.
Lauren,
she said, yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
What?
If I just make a new layer.
I'm not married to him. What? So it's only got just something.
So.
It's me drinking.
For the sake of it like that, yeah. And you're saying, oh, it doesn't seem to fit the perspective, or
Leave us some smoke.
then get that layer and go edit, transform.
You downloaded my skeleton.
You can just distort it, so just distort it so it kind of moves along perspectives. I mean, get a better brush pattern, but that's already sitting in. And they can do exactly the same in After Effects, but it's like Andrew says, just a 3D layer, just enable it and just go rotate. So draw it like you're looking down onto the splat mark or the burn mark from top, but move it in 3D to line up with the pavements. So it's not uber difficult. You've got plenty of time to do it as well. And then, like I said, just get the opacity. Cool. Anything else you want to advise for Jake? That looks bloody good actually.
Yeah. It's nice, I like.
You like?
Yeah.